So for the first scramble, you did the orange block with blue on bottom. So you started uh, looking at this piece. You did D2, R, D prime, and that actually solves the DL and DR edge. Then from here you did Y, U, Y2, and then you solved this pair right here. So R, U prime, R prime, and then inserted that like this, L prime, UL. And then for your last pair, you did, and then solved these two. Now my problem with that first block is that it's very CFOP style because at first you solved like a half cross with these two, and then both of your pairs were basically what you would have done something like CFOP. So it was really inefficient, and I recommend that you watch some example solves to learn how to make better first blocks. So in that situation, I would have done something like this. So I do, starting from this orientation, I see that this is a D move away from being solved. So I do a D, and the other pieces are this one, and that pairs with this in one move. And the other piece here would be this with this. So if I go like R, D, actually no, it's this one, my bad. So the pieces are these two that pair up and then these two. So this one's going to come down here and then this one's going to flip blue. So I would do R to pair this up, D to insert that, R wide prime F makes that block. Now we have this, and you can just do U prime B to flip the corner and then R wide 2B. So I say your second block is a lot better. So you already had this DR edge inserted because you did that half cross thing at the beginning. And then what you did is you solved this edge with this corner. You did a bit of U2U and then paired them up with an M prime and then solved them in the back with R wide prime, U prime, R. And then you solved this pair with U prime, U prime, U prime, and then set them up with R, U prime, R prime. But then this is the part I don't like about your second block. You did U, rotated, and then solved like that. What you could have done in this situation is just do UM and then insert it. And what I would have done is the same solution for the first pair. So instead of U to U, obviously I just do U prime. So that would just be working on better look ahead to make sure you know where the corner is so you don't have to do a lot of U to U prime. And instead of panicking when you don't know what to do, just take your time, find the piece, and then go exactly where you need to be. So I would just U prime, M prime to pair those up, and then R wide prime, U prime. And then here I do an R wide because I want to orient this edge like this. And then here M to put that down. And here I solve them in one move like that. So here for CMLL, you just did two look. We have a T or bow tie case, so U, sexy sledge, and then J perm, like that. I recommend you learn CMLL if you're serious about using Roux. So the CMLL for this case goes like this. So here's the LSC. You have three bad edges right here and then one right there. So that's the arrow. So you did U prime, M, U prime, M prime to orient, which is good. But then you got confused and did U2, U, U2, U prime, and then M prime, U2, M2, U2, M prime. And what that does is solves the DFDB edges. And then from here, you just did a U prime and then U perm. So my tip to you is instead of solving these edges, try what you should do is solve the left and right edges. So that would be getting the orange one here and this red one to be here. So I do the same thing for edge orientation. So U prime, U prime, M prime. And then from here, instead of solving these two, you would solve the left and right. So the red and the orange, that would be solved like this. And we actually got a skip on the last step, so there's the whole LC. So overall in that solve, I would say the most important thing you need to do is work on your CFOP tendencies. I'm pretty sure you have a CFOP background. I see a lot of sort of F2L pairs solving during first block and a bit of it during second block. So work on that efficiency by watching example solves using the block trainer and just trying to plan out efficient solutions. Try not to do the thing where you build the line first or the half cross. Start only with the first block and try learning full CMLL if you're serious about using Roux. And then for your LSC, instead of solving DFDB, solve LR and then do 4C instead of like a U-perm. And for overall solve tips, I would say you're pausing a lot and spending a lot of time doing U prime U. So just take your time and make sure you find the pieces and know exactly what solution you're going to do before you start doing any of this U prime U, because that just throws you off and then you panic.